Hi, I'm Jen Niles. We installed geothermal at our house that previously didn't have an HVAC system. So we started looking at a bunch of different options since we didn't have a system in our house already. So we at first started going the route of your typical HVAC system, and a big concern for us at first, before we knew anything about geothermal, um, was having the air condensers outside. We didn't really have a great location for them. They're big and they're noisy. Someone then suggested geothermal, and I really thought it was just going to be completely out of our price range. But with the tax credits, we were able to get it exactly at the same price as what we were being quoted for the other HVAC system. So at the end of the day, after they drilled, we have nothing outside. We have no air condensers, and then it's also, it's great for the environment. So there's a huge plus there, and I feel like that's the trend where everyone's going for installing new systems in their house. For me, the biggest complaint that I keep hearing from everyone about the whole process of installing geothermal is when they come, the big mess that it makes, because you do have to drill 450 feet down into the earth. And to be honest, the week that they started doing this, it was a big mess. I can now safely say, only 6 months later, that you can't even see a trace of what was there. We've replanted in the yard where there were flowers, and we're about to repave the driveway where they drilled, and what seemed like a big deal at the time, because of all the equipment and work that needed to be done, it really was only a temporary inconvenience. For us, obviously, the biggest change since we've installed geothermal is how comfortable the house is. You set the thermostats it's a heat-cool function, so you set it between 68 and 72, and it either goes onto heat or onto cooling, and it's always stays at kind of this very comfortable temperature. I remember someone told me when I asked a bunch of questions of whether or not I'd be turning it off all the time or turning it on, and they said, just set it and forget it, because it's not, you're not consuming that much energy to run the system. So it's not something that you're worried about, that you're wasting a bunch of oil when you have the heat on. So if you're leaving to go on vacation for a week, they said to just leave it. Or set it to a slightly lower temperature, but you don't have to completely turn it off.